Welcome to the Pulse of Spokane. I'm your host, Hanna Hislop, here with the owner and starter of Blue Zoo Aquarium, Wes Haws. Wes, how are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
Thanks for being with us. So, Wes is in Oklahoma right now. That's why we're doing a remote interview. But thank you for being here, and we'll jump right into the interview after we do a quick commercial break.
Style, structure, innovation. This year, the Spokane Home Builders Association's Fall Festival of Homes will be a fully virtual event with over 20 homes and 16 local builders. Whether buying, remodeling, or looking for design inspiration, find it at shba.com. Sponsored by Ferguson Bath, Kitchen, and Lighting Gallery and Bosch. Local resources, proven leaders. The Spokane Home Builders Association.
Okay, welcome back to the Pulse of Spokane. I'm Hannah here with Wes. So, Wes, I'm just going to jump right into it. How did you
All right.
start Blue Zoo?
How did I start Blue Zoo? Wow, that's kind of a hard question. Um, it's been kind of a journey for me. In 2010, I was running a farming project in Africa, and I was attacked by a villager, and he chopped me in the back of the head with a wood axe. And so uh, I had a long recovery for years. I had two brain surgeries, and a lot of things happened, and I didn't do a lot for about 4 years. Um, and while I was recovering, I got a fish tank, and that fish tank totally changed my life because it uh, it engaged me back in the world. I learned about fish and coral and chemistry, and just really got into it. And then I joined the hobby, and I met people that also took care of saltwater fish tanks. And so then I had a community, and it really helped me. And after that, I was started cleaning some other people's tanks and servicing them and building tanks, and I did some doctors' offices and hospitals, and I built that business up for 4 years. And then a friend told me, um, you should build a public aquarium. And I thought, why not? And so we built a little public aquarium in Idaho Falls out of an old movie theater. We made that one a nonprofit, and there was a lot of donations and volunteers, but we made it work, and it was super successful, and people loved it.
Wow, that's so great. So, could you tell me a little bit more about if you were looking back on your experience and how you started from a little fish aquarium in Post Falls to now opening another Blue Zoo down in Oklahoma? What would you do different?
What would I do different? What do you mean by that question?
Just mostly like how is that experience of opening those aquariums changed you, and how would you, if you were to do it over again, what's something that you would do different?
Um, I really like how Blue Zoo has turned out. Each one that we do is we've been able to grow and learn and make changes. They from the one in Idaho Falls was uh, small. We've been able to add more experiences for the customers. We've been able to um, make them better each time, and do a lot to give back, and just do we're improving.
So, what do you think your favorite animal is in your aquariums?
Oh, of course, it's a stingray. Stingray amazing. They're like puppy dogs. They just love to be pet and fed and interact with people. They have the opportunity to rest in the corner, but they never do because they're just so happy and have really cool personalities.
That's awesome. How did you decide what animals to put in your aquariums?
There's a lot of factors in which animals to put in. First of all, there's because we build them inside malls, there's size requirements. So certain animals need different size housing, of course. So there's some things that we cannot do, um, but we want to make sure each animal has a safe environment and is healthy and has plenty of room to grow. So that's one of the biggest factors. And then also availability and sustainability, which fish are okay to be transported. Transportation is a hard one too. They have to be able to be safely transported from all over the world. Um, so those are the biggest factors. And then once we've eliminated all those factors, then it's about which animal creates the coolest experience for the customers.
So you have an animal in your aquariums that surprised me, and that's a shark. So, how did you guys manage to get sharks in your aquariums?
Sharks are there. There's lots of different types of sharks, so we have to be very specific on which ones we get. Ones that can be transported safely, ones that can live in that environment, ones that don't grow too big for that environment. All those factors again are important. Um, but all sharks are transported through airlines. Uh, Even though the shark starts out pretty small, we have to ship them in a lot of water, and so it's big cargo jets that bring them in, and then we truck them in from the airport. From the time that they get put in, like a black tip comes from Indonesia, by the time that it gets packaged up in Indonesia, it only has between 18 to 24 hours to be arrive in Spokane and be safely in its new home.
Oh my gosh, what a time crunch.
It is.
You have to have the tanks probably all prepared before they even think about coming, huh?
Yes, yeah. Yep.
Okay, so could you tell me a little bit about the why you chose Spokane to have one of your aquariums?
There's several factors why I chose Spokane. The first one is I wanted to find a place that had enough population for an aquarium, but also had enough young families that that the kids would enjoy it, and that there wasn't another aquarium within um, a certain distance. 200 miles was my criteria. Um, I also love the idea that I could bring these animals to somewhere that was farther from the ocean. There's a lot of kids that will never get to see the ocean or get to interact with these animals one on one, and Spokane's one of those places, and so it's special to me to be able to bring those things because it helps them know how what they're doing in Spokane matters to our ocean. It matters to these animals, and they get to connect with them in a real way.
Yeah, that's great. So, how would you suggest for kids who are interested in aquariums to get involved with the idea of protecting our oceans?
The There's a lot of things that Spokane is doing. They have a lot of sustainability programs that are connecting uh, how you use water and how it connects to the water system and how to keep the water clean. Um, there's a lot of things that we can do where we're at because everything that we do in Spokane ends up in the ocean. So
So, what opportunities do you have at Blue Zoo, whether it's tours? I saw you guys have a buy one, get one day pass going on right now. You have shows, classroom visits. What else do you guys offer?
we try to make every experience that you go a learning experience. We have education staff that's teaching kids about the animals as they go. It's very important that we combine fun with learning and helping them understand uh, about these animals. Um, we have some curriculum material that teachers can get before they go to the aquarium that they can learn about the animals and learn how they're taken care of before they come. And we're starting more opportunities. We're starting to do Blue Zoo at your school, where we're able to come to your school and teach you about the animals. Um, and we're doing a Blue Zoo virtual tour for schools right now as well.
That's so great, especially for the kids who are online and don't have any way to explore the world right now through a screen.
Yep.
Well, Wes, thank you so much for being with us today. I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day to talk to me. So thank you so much.
Hey, no problem. Thank you.
Well, thank you for tuning into Spokane Talks. I'm your host, Hanna Hislop, and I'll see you back here next time.
Buying a car at Wendell Nissan really is a piece of cake. Use our online tool and do everything before you arrive, even the financing. Go to wendellnissan.com and be in your new car in no time. It's a piece of cake.
When we opened the doors the first day, we started with a counter full of maybe a dozen selections of a dozen cupcakes. We sold out, and it just went crazy from there. I'm Sally. I run Sweet Frosting's Blissful Bake Shop downtown Spokane. It's almost 40 years of baking for me. We now do between 1,000 and 2,000 cupcakes a day. The variety of cupcakes is kind of like the variety of services that STCU provides for us. Since we opened this site in 2014, they've been our banker. We are producing for 4 stores right here, so we have 35 to 40 employees at any one time. There's an STCU close to virtually every one of my stores, and every time I get a new employee, that's the first place we send them. STCU is such a good fit. It's just so convenient for me to have them as neighbors. They are always so pleasant and always so helpful, and we have a lot of little needs. They've always been behind me 100%, so it's a good thing to have that partnership.
Here at River Ridge Hardware, we carry a great selection of Krylon brand spray paints, Color Master, general purpose, the Rust Protector for taking care of metal, Fusion for taking care of plastics, and the Super Max that can take care of it all.
Weather in the inland Northwest can wear you down. And if your gutters are in poor condition or you do not have gutters, you could suffer damage that could cost a fortune to fix. Rainman Seamless Rain Gutters has almost 30 years of professional experience in serving the inland Northwest region and strives to ensure customer service that is second to none, from the time you call to the end of the project.
Thanks for watching. Ask the host a question, recommend a guest, or check out any of our other programs on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or SpokaneTalksMedia.com. Sponsored by Local 29 Firefighters Union, Well Dressed Walrus, and Homes for You.